A week after President Trump gave Elon Musk a gold key to the White House, their relationship is on the rocks. Elon Musk fired off a series of social media posts slamming Trump. Now, two of those posts.
This was a very, very hard video for me to do today. I'm sitting in the office pretty much all day looking at the stock market. I try not to spend that much time in the market, but these tiffs between Trump and Elon are killing me. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the first time I have purchased a put on Tesla. It's the first time. I'm saddened by what I'm seeing. I think there could be a plot twist between all of this, but that's for another video. If you have shares in Tesla, share below on what the tragic brought to you today. Let's get to this story.
Read, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude." Trump then shot back at Elon on Truth Social, writing, quote, "Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy." And then Elon Musk said, quote, "It's time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT."
This speaks a lot to Elon's character, though, right? Now, I'm a shareholder, and I hate even talking about this. But dude, how long did you know that, right? If it took something like this to piss you off, and now you're pointing the finger saying, he's in the Epstein files, public world. Man, that's super childish.
All right, let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro with more on this. Aaron, is the bromance over?
I think the clear answer is yes. And you could see kind of the signs of it earlier this week, where you saw Elon Musk criticize this budget bill that President Trump has put a lot of political capital behind, saying that it would undermine the work of Doge. He said that in an interview with CBS Sunday Morning more than a week ago now, said it would add to the national deficit, which he had been trying to bring down through the work of the Department of Government Efficiency known as Doge. And in that meeting that was supposed to be focused on President Trump and the German Chancellor coming to the White House, President Trump responded, said he was disappointed with Elon's read of the bill, disappointed in his criticism, as you mentioned, noted how Elon may be upset with some of the electric vehicle tax credits that House Republicans took out, and said that he, quote, had a great relationship with Elon Musk. Take a listen to more of what President Trump said in that Oval Office meeting.
Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything.
Now, Musk has been posting.
Just in case you're all wondering, in terms of the trade that I did today, I bought puts. I bought the 260 expiring tomorrow. So I'm just covering my tail in case this stock continues to drop overnight until tomorrow. So it's just a little insurance policy just to make sure that if I'm going to lose money over you guys talking, then somebody's going to pay me on the other end. And I hope that you guys take note of this. I'm not saying that you do this, but just take note into what's at stake here.
Essentially throughout that Oval Office meeting, and since said and insinuated that Trump is a hypocrite when it comes to reducing the government spending. And as you brought up, the most notable tweet or X post I've seen from him lately, claiming that he is in the files related to Jeffrey Epstein, the multimillionaire who was a convicted sex offender. And you saw the Department of Justice under this new Trump administration make a big deal of putting out the first volume about the Jeffrey Epstein files. And there were a lot of pages that were redacted. That all being said, we have not heard back yet from the White House or President Trump responding to that claim from his once partner here, Elon Musk.
All right. Other matters at the White House. President Trump talked trade with Chinese President Xi Jinping just this morning. So what came out of that call?
Yeah, that was the big news that started today. This was something that the White House had been previewing would happen for a couple days now. They spoke for an hour and a half, focused on trade. President Trump said that there would be another round of talks between U.S. officials and Chinese officials at a to-be-determined date. As you remember, a couple weeks ago, you saw them meet in Geneva. President Trump said that rare earth minerals would be the main topic. Those are being used for many electronics, and China has recently restricted exporting some of those materials back to the U.S., which has frightened, in a way, some U.S. companies. But it was certainly all about trade. President Trump said that neither.
And that's good. Let's read into that, right? So they had a really good call. This opens up conversations for CoreWeave, which I sold some puts on today. I sold the 110 put. I would really want to pick up some more of that CoreWeave. Palantir. I've been talking Palantir for years now. I've got videos going way back about Palantir. When this sucker slides, oh, I'm purchasing, baby. I think it was down, what, $10 today. And we're still going a little bit overnight. So maybe a total of maybe 6%, 7%. I'm in. I don't know about you, but I'm in. Alex Karp, he's got a strong vision. He's kind of got like that Elon Musk tunnel vision, but without the politics, right? Dude doesn't want to sit next to Trump in the Oval Office. He just wants to focus on work and destroy anybody who gets in his way.
Russia or the effort to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon came up. But bottom line, this is a clear sign that trade talks are continuing between the U.S. and China after a couple weeks where it seemed like it was a big stalemate on where the two countries would go.
All right, Aaron Navarro. Aaron, thanks so much. The feud between President Trump and Elon Musk comes as Trump set a July 4th deadline for Congress to pass the big, beautiful bill. There were already some Republican holdouts concerned the bill could increase the deficit, and Musk's criticism may cause more concern. CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole.
Let's end it right there. Listen, if you are buying the dip, comment below. Tell me the price that you're actually coming in comfort with. If you're looking at other stocks to hedge against Tesla, comment below as well. This has been a crazy beginning of the year. And like I said, man, it was nail biting in the office today to learn of these exchanges between Elon and Trump. I don't know if it's going to get any worse. I can only assume that it probably will. We'll probably see some more of this into the beginning of next week. But hey, I'm prepared, right? Again, if you're going to sit there and you're going to criticize one another, somebody's going to pay me, and I hope they pay you.